So this is breaking news. It was just announced, and this is not a joke. I thought it was a joke. I thought G2 was being super tongue-in-cheek, but Dylan Falco is officially being benched by G2. This is groundbreaking. Like, I don't even think it's officially hit me yet how insane this is. Dylan Falco has been the head coach for G2 since 2022 after Grabs left after the disaster of the 2021 roster. Dylan Falco was also the head coach of Fnatic from 2017 to 2018, perhaps even in 2019, although don't quote me on that. I don't think he was. During Fnatic's probably legendary run with Caps where they made World Finals. Under his tenure at G2 across 3 different massive roster iterations, that being the 2022 roster with Broken Blade, Jankos, obviously Caps, and then Flaco Targamas. 2023 and 24, Broken Blade, Yike, Caps, Hans Mickey, and now the Skumon Lebrav roster, right? Those being the 2 big differences. The coaching staff of G2 has been the consistent rock, right? Outside of Caps, everything else has been negotiable. Jankos back in 2022 was told he was irreplaceable, and then he got replaced. Mickey X got brought in, and he seemed to be one of the most consistent parts of the 2024 roster, and he got replaced. Famously, the 2025 roster changes were super controversial, and it was said, now granted, I don't know how involved the coaching staff was in all of this either, but it was said that the players were not consulted with when it came to the changes from Yike and Mickey over to Skumon and Lebrav, which was controversial at the time, although I have given, myself and many others have given a lot of kudos to G2 because it's been proven that although it kind of seemed like at the beginning it was like, oh, Caps is the GM and it's Caps before everything. Number one, we saw with the signing the extension of Skumon to 2028, it is clear that there was something beyond Caps at G2. G2 is more than Caps, which is a really crazy thing to think about. In my mind, I thought it was the coaching staff, but now it seems to be even that the coaching staff is not safe and that there is more to G2. Now, something that I haven't looked into, which I'm willing to look into real quick, is how long Romaine's been with the team, and it seems like he's been with the team since the end of 2021. So it seems like his tenure, Romaine being the general manager of the team, you guys are probably familiar with him. The guy that gets dressed up at every finals. I absolutely adore Romaine and think he is like the GOAT of general managers. He's been with the team at the exact same time that Dylan Falco has. So maybe he's the consistent part, but now who knows? Who literally knows? Now your question might be, who is replacing Dylan Falco? Well, it's someone that I've been dying to talk about, which is Perkz. I think this is really rash. I thought the inclusion of Perkz was more so an addition to the coaching staff and not a threat to hold Dylan Falco accountable. And the main thing that Dylan Falco is known for is drafting. I could be wrong about that. Not could be wrong, but I've watched interviews with Dylan Falco where he breaks down the multiple coaches of G2, because there's like 3 or 4 of them. There's a head analyst. We can actually pull this up together. But there was head analyst. Alfari was on the team for a little bit as a positional coach. There's been many people that make up the coaching staff of G2. And did Rodrigo get benched? Wait, that's weird. Hold up, because it's saying he left, but he's still there. Hold up, just give me 1 second, because I'm trying to find. So this is the current. This is wild, and it's already been updated. Yeah, Romaine head coach, Perkz the head coach, Dylan Falco officially inactive. This is not a drill. This is not a joke. Memento assistant coach, Isma performance coach, and head analyst Rodrigo. So Dylan Falco has broken it down, I believe, in the Euphoria podcast from 2025, although I forget the split. If I had to guess, it would be summer. I think it was summer. No. Maybe it was spring. I don't recall. I apologize. I really don't remember off the top of my head. God, it might have even been winter. But anyway, I think it was spring. Dylan Falco talked about how everybody has specific roles in the team, and it seemed to be that Dylan Falco's was primarily the drafting. Now, the thing is, the drafting was a massive part of why G2 found success against T1. I am perplexed. I mean, Perkz has amazing macro, which is why his addition to the team, plus he's been famous for his motivation behind the scenes. Like, he was a huge leader for G2 all from 2016 to 2020 before he departed. And that's famously when Whippo was like, I think Perkz leaving, it leaves a vacuum in G2. G2 lost something when Perkz left that was like an intangible. I understand bringing him back, and that's amazing, and I think he's probably bringing back that mentality, but I think this is such a bad call. This is real. I mean, listen, I'm flip-floppy. I am flip-floppy, right? And I think this is really rash, especially in the middle of the year. To me, the biggest thing is that it felt like something was off today. I just watched Psychopathic Poro's breakdown of the series as well, and he was talking about the drafts being really poor and also the team just feeling like uncharacteristically like insecure and nervous. Like he said, his words were fantastic. It was like fast when they should have been playing slow, and slow when they should have been playing fast. They drafted Ash Seraphine went into a composition into Silas, which gave him 2 great ultimates, which at the end of the day, like, I don't know if that was the make or break of game 1 against LYON just now. This is really odd to me. This is really odd. And on top of all that, I could see a world where, okay, maybe we bench Dylan Falco. I still wouldn't agree with it. I think it would still be too rash and it's too sensitive. But maybe this is desperation for them to try and win worlds. Maybe they are this happy with Perkz' performance already, which, I mean, yeah, like he seems to be adding something, especially with the resilience, the mental resilience for G2 to make reverse sweeps. But I feel like you lose something with Dylan Falco. I mean, I would agree. Everybody talks about Dylan Falco as, what's it called? A huge part of, you know, like the success of G2, the success of every team he's been a part of. And like they call him like the GOAT of Western coaches. The last thing I'm going to say is that I thought that this was maybe just a temporary change, an experiment before, like during EWC, because this was the announcement that I saw. Perkz will be role swap merchant. Perkz will be the head coach starting. I literally thought this was a joke, and then I scrolled down, or maybe I scrolled up because I think this was a connected tweet. But anyway, then I saw the actual thing here. Today we announced that Dylan Falco will be moving to the bench. Despite not being on the active roster, Dylan is still a part of G2. A proper goodbye video will be posted when he officially leaves. That's crazy. That's crazy. I thought this was just for EWC. I would cry if we lose the GOAT coach. This is crazy. I don't know who. And then the conversation becomes what team is going to get Dylan Falco, which he is so. This is absurd. This is absurd. I don't know. I mean, yes, the drafts were bad. The only other drafting that I think was really bad from Dylan Falco, and there's probably other times too, but I remember the G2 2024 Worlds run where they were really committed to Orianna Nocturne when it was not working. And Dylan Falco did defend that by saying they didn't want to give it to the opponents because they were losing to it, and it clearly was a strong synergy. Man, the other thing that I really love about G2, and I was going to bring this up. I know I've been flip-flopping, and listen, it's a little bit of clickbait. Like, at the end of the day, I really do support G2. I like G2, and I want to have faith in them, and I've been doubtful of their calls before, and I have been the fool. They've been right every single time. The last thing I will say, I think is really important, and now I'm forgetting. Oh, I was going to say, I'm so sorry for that freaking complete lap. I'm going to cut a lot of it. The big thing is, I really usually compliment G2 for sticking to their guns. I thought the call to not make roster changes from 2023 to 2024 was very wise, and I think it paid off. Similarly, in this 2-year stretch, 2025 to 2026, no roster changes despite upsetting performances, right? Disappointing performances. I don't know if they're like, yo, is Dylan Falco like an NA merchant because he's from Canada? So I don't know if they're like, yo, he always gives wins to NA. What's it called? But I think this is too radical of a change in the middle of the year. And Perkz is not ready to be the head coach during Worlds. Yeah, maybe the head coach during summer, and that is a risk. That is a massive risk. But to go into Worlds as the head coach, this is just not good. I was literally going to say, and I know I've been flip-flopping in these last videos, and my flip-flops are excitement and disappointment, but by no means was I actually calling for any changes. I swear on my life, I know I clickbaited in the last title of the video, but I would not say that they should sign Inspired. I don't know. It would be controversial to me. I think they should stick to their guns with Skewmon and everything like that. I think this is too risky, and I wanted to see this G2 at a Worlds with no pressure. Having this pressure, it's not bad call. Bad call. I don't know. I mean, I always have faith in G2 that they're gonna prove me wrong, but this is crazy. I'm actually at a loss, bro. Anyway, subscribe, check out the Patreon, and let's keep it super duper short today. Legitimate announcement, and I don't know how I feel. Peace out.